as we get ready for Seahawk week, it feels like the Eagles are the Cowboys of the Niners now, of the 90s now.
It does have that feeling right
Doesn't
now.
it?
It really does have that feeling. I mean, did you see the video that I sent to the group thread? And I'm sure you saw it circulating across the internet. It was Deebo Samuel, Trent Williams. Behind them, Burford, Chase Young, way at the front, and Jawan Jennings, and the entire team coming out with the boombox. And then going into the tunnel, and Eagle fans are screaming explicit, what are they called? Swear words, if you will, to Deebo Samuel. Just screaming crazy nonsense, and they're just getting hyped and ready to. There was an edge to this team that you could feel, and you talked about it coming off the buses, seeing all the videos circulating and everything. Boy, it really did feel like this game mattered a lot to them. Now, I don't know how much it mattered to Philadelphia. And I know it baked into all of the, them being tired, and that's all real. The thing that I can't get away from, B, and I mean this, like, I hear you on DeAndre Swift. Goddard is a huge loss, no question about it. We can argue about how important DeAndre's been to them, and I think he's been very important to them. I also think that he's not a bell cow back, and you get late in the season, and we'll see where he's at health-wise. Yeah, their defensive personnel, though, how are they going to upgrade linebackers who can run and cover against this team? To me, that's the question that I have most importantly. How are they going to shore up the middle of the field? Because I feel like we ate them alive in the middle of the field.
Well, that's the thing that Philadelphia is going to have to do against the 49ers, and I don't think they're going to be able to do this. They're going to have to outscore the 49ers. Their best defense is going to have to be their offense.
Yes.
They're going to have to play ball control offense. Yeah. They're going to have to keep like they did on the first drive of the game. But they got to score touchdowns. And didn't they, before that game, didn't they have 13 straight trips into the red zone in which they scored a touchdown, or 14 straight trips into the red zone where they scored a touchdown? It was an NFL record. So if they don't score in the red zone and they don't convert those into touchdowns, it's going to be a long day for them. Because you're right, their defense, outside of their front five, and their front five has to be hellacious. They've got to get to the quarterback relentlessly. You're just not going to do that every single game. You're not. Not every single snap, not every single game. Their linebackers are a weakness. Their secondary's even weaker. They miss Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. They really do. He was a ball hawk. Kevin Byard's a good safety, very good safety. But the ball hawk that Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is, Byard is not that. So their defense is not going to get better. Shaq Leonard, it's a reason why he got cut by the Colts. He's injury prone. It is what it is. So I don't see them getting better in the back end. So their offense is going to have to score. And they're going to have to score. And I don't think that's capable. I don't think they're capable of doing that against this Niners defense.
Well, I don't know. I thought they had a lot of success on those slants early on. A.J. Brown is still a monster. The next matchup will be very, very different than what we saw on Sunday. Do not think that that's going to roll over into the next matchup. I think we all agree there. And let's see where we're at health-wise 5-6 weeks from now. Let's see where they're at health-wise 5-6 weeks from now. A lot of things can change. I mean, you look at the Jacksonville Jaguars this morning, they feel like a very different team when Trevor Lawrence looks like he's going to be out for at least a couple of weeks.
Well, they're fraudulent anyway.
I would agree on that.
Look, and we can get into the conversation a little bit later, but the AFC is overrated. It is. You look at their top teams right now, Miami. Come on, Miami hasn't beaten a good team all season.
Yeah, but I feel better about them today with no Joe Burrow in the division and seeing Kansas City. At the beginning of the year, I didn't think they were a contender. They could come out of the AFC. Who knows?
And if they do, they're going to get smacked by either the Eagles, Cowboys, or the 49ers.
I subscribe to that, yes.
Because they've lost guys on defense.
I mean, Jalen Phillips
is out for the year. He's having a career season.
Yeah.
They've got injuries galore on that defensive side. They're working out Reuben Foster today to play linebacker.
Reuben Foster. Down bad.
That's when you're down bad. You're working out Reuben Foster.
He played in a game.
I don't know. I think the Commanders, maybe.
Now that's a name I've not heard in a long time.
So I'm not. So when I think about these teams, the AFC, I'm not worried. It's so fortunate what happened to Trevor Lawrence, man. That really stunk. But for them to come out and get lit up by Jake Browning, who, by the way, went to Folsom High School up there in the Sacramento area, and went to UW and actually led them to a college football playoff.
Go Huskies.
Go Huskies. They're going to beat Texas, by the way. +4. Give me Penix Jr., who I may want over Caleb Williams. I may want Penix Jr. over Caleb Williams. That guy's won me over.
Truly?
He was won me over. But no, the 49ers, when it comes to the 49ers and Eagles, no, the Eagles aren't going to get better. So their offense is going to have to score. And I don't know if they can do that. I don't know if they can score 30-plus on the 49ers defense. So that's a tall order. It's a tall order to do to keep up with the 49ers right now. So we'll see about them. But it does feel like they're the number one rival. And
Absolutely.
I'm looking at them, and look, I'm telling you, man, you can say what you want about DeAndre Swift, whether he's a bell cow. He should at least have 14 touches. He's a guy who needs 14 touches. They just quit on the running game. I can't wait to ask Baldy what happened. Why did they just get so pass happy? It was a one-score game through 2.5 quarters. I'm just looking at it from the other side because the Niners are doing their thing. 8 of their last 9, they converted on third down. And when they didn't convert the third down, they converted to fourth down. So the Niners were rolling. But I'm looking at it on the other side. I was like, man, that game plan, that's the game plan for Philadelphia? We're going to get smoked. They come back with that same game plan.
Well, I'm looking at it right now, and it does feel like Niners, Eagles, Niners, Eagles, Niners, Eagles. I'm not sleeping on the Cowboys, though. I know everyone wants to say that they can't win a big playoff game. Dak's having maybe his best season ever, and he's been excellent. I do think that defense is excellent. I mean, they've got guys who are having career years in interceptions in the back end of that secondary. I fear Micah Parsons, and I think that their team speed is clearly there, and CeeDee Lamb has been an unbelievable weapon this year. So I'm not writing them off. I'm also not writing off Detroit. I think we can go to Detroit and win, but, Detroit's plucky.
I'm writing Detroit off.
All the way off?
I'm writing Detroit off. Do you believe Jared Goff is coming to Levi Stadium?
Oh, well, against the Niners specifically. I'm just saying in general, I think they could knock somebody off.
Who? The first round wild card game that they'll host?
I think they can win a playoff game.
Okay. They might not.
No. That's
the Green Bay Packers just went there and smacked them on Thanksgiving. I'm taking Green Bay over Detroit.
Green Bay feels like a playoff lock right now? Am I tripping?
What about the LA Rams?
Well,
I'm taking the LA Rams over Detroit now.
I want to see what happens with Nakua's injury because that's a big loss for them. He's a zone killer.
So I'm not worried about Detroit. I'm not worried about Dallas.
I'm just trying to give them some respect.
Oh, well, now you want to give them respect. By the way, respect the roasters today. We respect the roasters because we're going to give away some tickets.
To what?
Tickets.
To what?
My God.
To the Golden State Warriors home game against the Portland Trail Blazers tomorrow. And the first 10,000 fans get a Draymond Green bobblehead. And it talks.
Absolutely incredible.
I was just going to.
Dub Nation, let's go.
If you're on YouTube right now.
Draymond Green bobblehead. And
Vontae.
it's a pretty cool one. He's flexing at the podium with a headset on with the blazer over his uniform. First 10,000 fans get a Draymond Green bobblehead. We're giving out tickets. And we're going to do that.
Warriors.
We're going to do that around 7:25. That's right, 7:25 for your tickets to any Warriors game. As always, go to Warriors.com.
Yesterday was such a wild day in terms of callers and euphoria from Niner fans. We just completely omitted the fact that Uncle Gene called in with a rap poem spoken over Christmas music that was old time.
Oh, yeah. What about...
I'm a little... I was a little in shock.
Hey, what about Cole in his city? What about his call?
I heard from multiple people that said that was the call of the year.
Well, we'll see. We shall